Hi Z Builders, second video of the day. We'll get this one right, hopefully. Okay, first thing is, it's pretty much the same with the front timing cover that I fitted, is preparation. First thing, before I start dropping things in, make sure all your threads are clean. Now this block was cleaned out after it came back from the bead blasters. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you might forget or you might just not do it. But you don't want to be putting your bolts in and finding they all lock up, or you get a sound of your blast media all getting. So these ones are clean. I'm just double checking. But if you haven't cleaned them out and you need to clean them out, get yourself a rag, protect your engine. These holes, that's a blind hole. So what if you've got a blind hole like that? This one isn't. Nope, it's not a blind hole, that goes right through. So if you've got a bit of gunge in there, it'll just drop out. Just cover your ports up and blow the debris away. Most of these are open holes. There's another one there. So make sure the threads are clean, nothing's going to seize up. If you do have a blind hole, like you see this one's a blind hole, put a bit of grease or a bit of cutting fluid on your tap, run it down carefully, put a cloth behind. When you bring it out, the debris should be on your tap, and just wipe your tap down. So all's nice and clean, all the holes are clean. Tools you'll need for this job. I've remembered to bring in my windy, or my electric gun, as it is on this one. All you need is a 12mm socket, extension, torque wrench. That's the torque wrench I used earlier for the low torque stuff. These ones are a bit higher torque. Now, I've put the splodge, whatever you want, Hermetite. I've used Permatex on this. I've put my Permatex around. It's only been on a couple of minutes, so it's still horrible and will make a right mess everywhere if you touch anything. So, do not forget these. It will leak like a sieve if you do. So, these oil seals will come in your gasket kit. You can put a line of splodge around them, a bit of Permatex, but I've never found the need to. The last couple of rebuilds I've done on various cars where I've done the bottom end, they've never leaked. So, nice fresh rubbers, nice new rubbers on there. New O-rings, all the holes are clean, bolts are prepped. So let's take this and flip it around. There's a couple of locating dowels on the block, one this side, one the other side. So that will drop down. If I line it up, straight onto the dowels. There we go. I have got stainless steel bolts for the bottom pan. I haven't put the baffle on yet. The baffle you can see is there because there's a little bit of rust inside and I want to clean it up, make it look nice. So, bolts, Permatex, that stuff gets everywhere. I've just put clean gloves on and there's still bits of Permatex appearing. So, we've got 4 long bolts, 2 dirty ones, are obviously external, and the 2 nice clean ones are obviously inside. So we'll drop those in, just to make sure the threads bite. Don't forget you've got your 12mm socket, an extension, just make sure that's threads are just biting, so I don't have to, yeah, threads biting on these. And this one, and the short bolts, you've got 3 in here, internal ones. They will be the 3 clean bolt that have never seen road salt and muck. Now try and be careful not to drop them down into the engine. It's not the end of the world if you do, because you can generally, if you've got a magnet on a stick, you can lift them out. If not, rotate the engine over and they'll hopefully fall out. So we'll just drop those in. 1, 2, This won't take long at all. And 3. Whoop. Talk about dropping it in the engine. I'm close to doing that. It's just fallen out. I need a magnet. Right, now that is exactly what you don't want to do. That's dropped out. If you have a look at that, well, I'll just go and grab my magnet on a stick. Don't knock the engine. I will be back in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. This is a live, ooh, very clever. Okay. Mrs. Camera Lady has retrieved it. Now, if she'd have dropped that in, she wouldn't be smiling like that. Now, this is why I have a magnet on a stick. If you do drop anything in, these are invaluable. For £3, £2 off eBay. Damn sight cheaper than a Mrs. Camera Lady, I tell you, but and doesn't give me as much grief. I'm not going to hear the last of that. Either way, let's try again. Just hold the screw in place, lower it into the engine, and away it goes behind one of the pistons. There we go. That's that's in, and the threads are started. So the last of the bolts are on the outside. Got one there, one there. It's a very simple job, this. But as with most of these builds, if you take it in small steps and small stages, it's all very easy and all very doable. Half of it is in the preparation and getting things ready, and having everything to hand, having all the tools you need, and maybe even having a magnet on a stick to hand, or a Mrs. Camera Lady. Okay, so we've got the bolts all in, we've got the Permatex on. This top picture, this is a good old Haynes manual. If you want to do a screenshot of that, or print that screenshot and print it off, that'll give you the tightening sequence. And I've written down the torque for these bolts, which is 17.6 Newton meters. So let's just twiddle them up. Actually, let's put that on my lecky gum. I'm on the lowest setting, so it's not going to zap it up tight, but it'll just pull it down. So, number 1, let me just check I'm getting 731, 731. That is number 1. I keep looking at the wrong drawing, I've just done it again. 731, I am looking at the right drawing. Number 1, number 2's on the inside. 2, number 3, come on out, number 3, number 4, 4, 5, hang on a minute, number 5, 5 is on the inside. It's the only trouble with the Haynes manual, they have both the pictures next to each other, and it's easy to look at the wrong one and think, hang on, number 5 should be inside. So just a little bit of attention. Maybe I should have covered that up so my eyes aren't drawn to the wrong one. Number 6. Seven and 8 are right at the back. 7 and 8. 9's outside, front. 10 is that one. 11 and 12. 11 and 12. So they're all just done up gently. Just double check that is done. I may have, no, that is done. It's just right. Okay, so let's lift that off for a second. Take it to the tool wrench. Rather than flip backwards and forwards, I've written down the torque setting on here, which is 17.6 Newton meters. This shouldn't take long at all. First one, 17.6. There we go. One. It's not a massively high torque. Number 2. 3. 4. Find it. Nope. 4. 5 is on the inside. 6. That one's 2, 6. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. 9 will be the front one. 10. No, my error, 10. It really matters. 10, 11, 12. To be sure, just go double check. 1. Might want to let them settle down for a couple of hours and do them again tomorrow night before I put the bottom sump on and the inner bottom baffle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, back, let's fall down. 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 9, get the right one, 10, 11, 12, 11 and 12. Okay, now we can see, if you come round to the side, we can see a nice bead of Permatex oozing out. So, and we've got a nice new oil seal there, nice bead of Permatex all the way round. So that's not going to leak, and we've got the new seal at the back. Tomorrow's job, or the day after, will be to clean up that baffle I've got down there because there's a bit of dirt on the inside, it needs a good wash down. And same thing, Permatex, put the baffle in, Permatex the bottom cover, and that is all ready. Let's just turn it over. Okay, there we have, if you want to have a look, already like I said, I'll put the front oil seal in next time. I'm waiting for a new pulley to go on the front. I'm going for a lightweight pulley, none underdriven. I'm going for a standard size pulley. These front covers I'm painting, so when the paint's dry, they'll go back on. Then the fuel injectors and the fuel rails, I'm going for new fuel injectors. As I've spent so much money on this engine, I might as well finish it off properly, might as well do everything right. So this should be as good as new engine. One thing, thank you to the camera lady that's putting up with a lot here. One more thing she's got to put up with is quick my little FZR. I've just rebuilt the carburetors on this. Camera lady's not 100% perfect. Carburetors are just rebuilt, and I've got to drop the carbs on one night, drop some fuel in, get it running and balance the carbs, and it's going to be an indoor job. So I think all the CO2 monitors are going to be going off again. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will do a few more small videos, just putting the ancillaries on and the alternator and all the pulleys and belts and the wiring harnesses. So fingers crossed,